Hello, I am a nerd in a D&D shirt, so naturally let's talk about South Park. So, President Garrison's arc this season is going to be very interesting, because they're either going to need a President Garrison stand-in or maybe they'll have Elon Musk as the president, or maybe a clone of President Garrison. And well, the idea of a Canadian American war is very big in South Park. Because in the biggest movie event South Park has ever done, it was a movie about Canada versus the US. And in a war between the Canada and the US again, let's just say there's going to be absolute carnage, and I think that's why there was fire in the trailers. The Canadian lit President Garrison's hometown ablaze. So, this Canadian president is going to be very dangerous. So the Canadians are going to attack America. That was seen in the trailer. And I say good on them. Don't be pushed around by the United States. I've met a Canadian once, and I gotta tell ya, Canadians are very polite, but they don't put up with nothing. So it'll be really interesting to see where South Park goes with the Canadians attacking America. And more importantly, in South Park, a second Canadian-American war. And in the trailer, we saw Mr. Garrison without his presidential makeup in a bathroom smeared with leavings. So that's probably going to be important, and that scene was very important because it showed us he's not the president because he doesn't have the presidential makeup or his suit on. And that makes complete sense because Matt Stone and Trey Parker have made it very clear that the President Garrison arc in South Park was only meant to be a one-season thing. And President Garrison is not going to show up in this season because Matt Parker and May Stone and Trey Parker, they do not want a President Garrison. They actually regretted putting him in that role in the first place, so this should be interesting. I am a nerd. This is the fate of President Garrison in South Park. Subscribe for nerddom.